Hi, welcome to the Hypnos enable slash disable tutorial video. By this point, you should be pretty comfortable with the Hypnos board and using functions like Hypnos SD and Hypnos Sleep. And now we're going to be talking about the enable and disable functions for the Hypnos board a little bit more in depth. As you can see here, I have a live demonstration with the Hypnos board turning on and off, and I have the delay set to 1 second, so you can see that it's turning on and off every second. We're going to jump into the code right now. As you know, the Hypnos board is a control board which has a lot of functionality, and one of the cool things about the Hypnos board is that it can quickly disable power to the power rails and enable them. And you would want to do this for discrete powering, switching things on and off, and this can be used in a variety of different applications, like for actuators. And yeah, here are the functions that you see on the screen. Right now, I'm on the Loom documentation page, which you can find in the GitHub. And as you can see here, the disable function does as what you would imagine. It disables the Hypnos board and it disables the power rails, and it sets the SPI pins to input, which pretty much disables them. And the enable function does the opposite, where it enables the power rails to output and it essentially enables them. So here are the two functions. They're pretty simple but very powerful functions. Now let's look at how it looks like in the Arduino code. So as you can see here, I have my standard Loom code with my Hypnos object, my sensor object. Here I have the isTrigger function, which is used for the interrupts, which is not relevant to this video. Again, I have the register interrupt, which is again not relevant in this video. So here I have the Hypnos enable in the setup, which is pretty much setting the power rails to output. Then I have the manager beginning the serial interface, and then the manager initialize. And then within my loop, I again measure my sensor's data, package it into the JSON file, display it onto the serial monitor, and this is all pretty familiar to you. Now, in the loop, I actually have the Hypnos disable, which just cuts the power rails to it doesn't make them an output anymore. And then I have a delay to 8 seconds, and then I have the Hypnos enable function after the 8 seconds. So yeah, pretty basic. Here, as you can see on the serial monitor, the Hypnos is being initialized, which happens when you first call the Hypnos enable. And then I included a print statement here just to visualize when the Hypnos gets disabled. It happens here right at the end after the data is displayed. And then in between the starting messages and the ending messages here with the disabling Hypnos, we have our just JSON file with the information of the sensor, the module name, and the packet number. So again, this should all be pretty straightforward. The enable functions just enables the Hypnos board, and then the disable just disables the Hypnos board.